The Icons of Real Estate Podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from top-producing icon agents? Ready to skyrocket your business? This podcast is for you. Tune in every week and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your business. From $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Arter SEO.
Welcome to the Icons of Real Estate. I'm Tim Calloway. We have a fantastic icon for you today. Actually, he's a self-proclaimed surf bum who became a four-time Inc. 500 entrepreneur, Oliver Graf. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Really good. Happy to be here. Thanks for having us on, and we're looking forward to doing this.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm anxious to hear your story. So why don't we go ahead and start there? You know, how did you get started in the real estate market, and what have you become today as far as growth?
Yeah. So a little background. I've been an entrepreneur since as early as I can remember. I was the kid that was like selling fireworks to the kids in our neighborhood because you couldn't get them. You had to go to the county over. And so I would just buy big packs and bring them home and kind of break them down into smaller packs and sell them to all the kids in the neighborhood. And in college, I met my now business partner, Sam Karamian, and he kind of had that same entrepreneurial bug. And so in college, we did several businesses. We had an event planning company. We had we did parties and things like that. We did clothing. We did online couch selling websites and everything in between. And then a few years later, we kind of transitioned our way into the real estate market through mortgages. Mortgages, that was a really big business back when I graduated college. So I had a few friends that kind of went down that road, and they brought me in and did that for a few years. Noticed that the types of loans that were getting written didn't make sense to me in the terms of, how are people going to be able to pay this? I remember at one point they were doing 125% loan to value second mortgages.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, we would ask the reps, like, how does that even make sense? And the kind of general consensus was, oh, don't worry about it. Real estate always goes up.
Wow.
So, we kind of saw these loans, the negative amortization loans, all those different types of things.
Right.
And, the pick a pay, where people could pick the negative am payment, which was, half of what a regular mortgage payment would be. And then that balance would get stuck to the back end of the loan, which I always thought was a terrible idea, because if you give people 4 options, they're obviously going to pick the cheapest one. And when they pick the cheapest one, then it just tacks onto the balance of their loan. And so right when the market kind of started to shift, we really saw the writing on the wall, and that's when we transitioned into short sales. At the time, we really didn't know what short sales were, but we knew that a lot of these homes, if the market adjusted, were going to have negative equity. So we just started venturing down that road and trying to figure it out. And then from, kind of 2006, 7 to 2009, 10, we did, a lot of short sales. That's kind of where we cut our teeth, negotiating with the banks, doing BPOs, doing all that kind of stuff while the market was really rocky. And then once that ended, we kind of, that dried up, the short sales, the market started rebounding. And in 2010 was when we decided we really wanted to, we wanted to stay in real estate. We liked everything that we were doing. We just didn't like the broker options that were available to us. A lot of the brokers were very, either they were brick and mortar and they wanted you there all the time, and you had to do mandatory meetings and floor time, and you didn't really have any freedom over your own business. And then the other side of the coin was kind of like the rent-a-broker model, where there was no support, no training, no nothing. Don't call us, we'll call you. And so Our idea initially was to create a brokerage that kind of married the two, where we give agents, we don't have floor time and mandatory meetings and this, that, and the other. We really believe that agents should be in control of their business because they're the entrepreneur, and we just wanted to be the backbone of their business, but also provide great training, provide great support, things like that. And then that's kind of where Big Block was born.
Nice. So, did you mention to me how many realtors do you have now at
We
Big
have
Block?
we have 1,100 in the state of California,
Wow.
and then we just started franchising into other territories. So we have another 400 through our franchise partners. We have offices in Northern California all the way to Madison, Wisconsin.
Very nice. Go from beautifully warm to hellishly cold.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's right.
So, what has it been like? What's the process on your, probably don't want to call it recruiting, but how are you finding brokers, and what's the allure, and how are you contacting them?
So recruiting, one thing that we've always been really kind of passionate about was internet marketing and digital content creation and things like that. And we found that by getting our message out there as opposed to just cold calling and doing one-on-one all day, we found a few different ways to go one to many. So
Hmm.
we would do that by hosting events. We would do that by creating content like this, podcasts, videos, things like that. And then giving also assets to our agents to where they could go out and post those assets, which brings more traffic, more eyeballs, and in turn, more leads into the brokerage. And then we have a really tight back end system on how we give them more information and kind of help them through the transition of joining our brokerage.
Nice. Have you seen, it's been a crazy 2 years, right? I mean, the past 2 years have been, no matter what industry you're in, but in real estate specifically, it's been pretty crazy. Have you seen major changes in the volume of agents that are interested in maybe making a move, or moving to a platform more like yours versus the big, the other names out there that we all know and love?
Yeah, we definitely have. I think that our model for those that don't know is 100% commission model. So the agents basically pay a monthly membership to be a part of the brokerage, and then they get 100% commission when they close deals. What we found is that as commission compression happens, which has been happening the last couple of years, it used to be 3% on every deal.
Right.
Now it's 2.5, edging towards 2. So we found that as that's happening and the market is adjusting the way it has been, and volume is down a little bit, we found that our offering is very appealing now more than ever,
Sure.
because it allows agents to maximize profits, because we really believe in the more that we can put in their pocket, the more they can reinvest in their own business. And that's how everybody wins together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, getting squeezed like that. And I started on Wall Street, and we got squeezed, a lot right after 2008. And nowadays, uh, a flat fee service is pretty common, and I see real estate kind of going in that direction a little bit. There's not a lot of room for negotiation sometimes. Well, there's always room for negotiation, but it's getting tougher and tougher. And models like yours definitely sustain, I think, for a lot longer and better period. So what are your challenges? I mean, if I had a magic wand, right, and I could solve all of Oliver's problems in real estate, because that's about all my scope is. But in real estate, what would that be? What's the biggest challenge right now you need solved?
Yeah, so I think obviously we face the same challenges that everyone else is that's out there in the trenches with like I said, the market adjusting and things like that. But personally, for me, the biggest challenge is the shiny red object. like I said, we're very entrepreneurial. We are always looking to add different things to our main business that add value to our agents and can increase profits through whether it's other entities or affiliate relationships or things like that. So again, putting together win-win scenarios to where the agents win, the clients win, and our brokerage wins. And so sometimes, we take that a little too far and we just chase a lot of rabbits. And so just really kind of focusing in on the things that are most important and not chasing the shiny red objects has
Yeah.
been the big challenge for us.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Agents go through the same thing, owners go through the same thing, entrepreneurs go through the same thing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's good
And so
advice.
one thing that helped us a lot is we've coached with Mike Ferry for a long time.
Nice.
And one thing that he made us do was, in fact, I have it on the board back there, is a contract with us and ourselves that we are only allowed to focus on these few things, and anything outside of that we have to completely disregard. So unless it's, directly related to the main business, we can't pursue it. And
Wow.
so I have that contract signed by us and Mike Ferry hanging on my wall back there. And that's my kind of daily reminder to stay focused on the main mission.
Yeah, that's accountability, 101, and accountability with Mike Ferry, that's a big deal,
Yeah.
Accountability is
Yeah.
a big deal. So tell me about coming aboard your company as an agent, in the 100% commission model. Do you offer, this is just kind of like, what's the offer there? Is there a back end? Do you offer CRM? Is there a lead program? What do you offer
Yep.
the agents as far as those kind of things? The ancillaries that, they usually are probably creature comforts they come from.
Yeah. So our hyper focus as a company at Big Block is really the agent experience and delivering maximum value to the agents. I think most brokers, they look at the people buying and selling real estate as their customer, and we really look at the agents as our customer. And we
Okay.
believe that by offering them maximum value, they can then in turn offer maximum value to their clients, the people ultimately buying and selling the real estate. So we've built the company around a few things. Number one, obviously maximizing profits. Number two, delivering really world-class training and world-class support. So that's kind of
Nice.
where we focus. The trainings we do regularly. We have high-level trainings called Winner Circle for our top producers, all the way down to weekly trainings here in the office, to the annual event that we do called Best Real Estate Conference, which is open to everybody. So that's a big focus for us. And then obviously, we have a podcast and things like that. So really delivering maximum value in terms of the training and what's working in today's market, and resources like that. And then on the support side, we have an agent concierge team. So the agent concierge team is basically dedicated towards making sure our agents are well taken care of on anything non-transaction related. And then we also have a broker hotline, which is open 7 days a week for anything that's transaction related. So we really try to bring the full service support to our agents. And then in terms of like softwares and things like that, we have our own proprietary software called Suite Assist. It's available. It's a brokerage management tool. We've spent the last several years developing that. And inside of there's things like video, email, direct mail, things like that. And then
Nice.
obviously transaction management and all the traditional things as well.
Yeah, you're really giving, I think what's innate in most agents is that entrepreneurial spirit, right? And you're really giving them the opportunity to put that shingle out, on the front and let them be an entrepreneur. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's literally our goal as a company, is to help a real estate entrepreneur thrive in today's market.
That's fantastic. So Oliver, tell me, let's put our prognostication hats on real quick. And,
Let's do it.
I won't jump out 5 years, but what's the short term? What's the next year look like for you and your team?
Yeah, so our big focus is now on the franchise side of things. We in San Diego, we're the biggest brokerage in San Diego by volume. And so we're expanding outward, and we looked at it a couple different ways. Do we want to open more corporate offices and go that route, or do we want to go the franchise route? And a few of our mentors, we had long conversations with them about that, and the franchise model as kind of almost perfect for us. So now we're opening new franchises. We've got a few that are already up and running that are doing really well. They're all number one in their market, up in like Sacramento, in Bakersfield, which is kind of central California, Madison, Wisconsin, like I was telling you about. And then now we're in talks over the LA market, Inland Empire, Orange County. So that's going to be our next kind of phase of growth. And then the same way we built our business around helping our agents succeed, we're really going to be focused on helping our franchisees succeed, have a franchise concierge, and really kind of give them all the tools that they need to go out and duplicate our model in their market.
Nice. That sounds fantastic. If an agent wants to get in touch with you, Oliver, how would they do so?
Yeah, all my socials are at Oliver Graf 360. So you can reach out to me on any of those. You can call Big Block Realty. You can email me. I'm very easy to get a hold of.
Nice. I always let my guests, I kind of look at a podcast as the old fashioned, I'm the DJ and you're the hit record, and so it's your show. Final thoughts, final word is yours, whether you want to talk about your business or maybe your favorite pet shelter, whatever it might be, Oliver. Last word is yours.
Yeah, let me just maybe give some thoughts on the current market. I think a lot of people are nervous, scared, things like that because of, the media, mainly with, we call it doom porn, that they put out every single day. And
Every day.
they'll make an ant look like a dinosaur. And I think that the reality is, if you look back over the past several generations, the biggest opportunities have always come in down markets. And I think as the weak hands leave the market, it's the opportunity for the people like us that stick around, that have, a strong conviction and are ready to make moves. I think that the world is our oyster right now. I think we'll all be able to expand and advance in this market. And personally, I'm just excited about it, and I hope that I can pass that on to everybody else.
That's great advice, Oliver. It really is, man. You're right about the doom porn. It's ridiculous. I don't even want to repeat what I heard last night because I know somebody listening it'll pop their brain. But yeah, there's just a lot of crud out there that it almost doesn't even make sense. But
yeah, and it's honestly, it's even worse in real estate because, as we all know, as real estate professionals, like, real estate is hyper local. So when they start talking about the real estate market, they talk about it like nationwide, which just doesn't make sense for anybody in any market. Because, like, for me in California, what's happening in Connecticut is irrelevant. And for you out in Florida, what's happening in Utah is irrelevant. You know what I mean? So just stay focused on your local market and put in the work now, and you'll see your business grow.
Right. Great advice, man. Thanks so much, Oliver, for being on the show. I've really enjoyed it. I hope we can catch up again 3, 6, 9 months out and see how things are going for you.
Yeah, I would love to. Appreciate it. And thanks again.
Have a good one, buddy.
You too. See ya.
Bye.